This is the Magnificent Marble Machine number 3. It's a little more complicated than the last ones I've made. There are a number of different paths that the marbles, their ball bearings actually can come down. The top of the game is kind of like a pinball game. It has a series of devices to launch the ball, spring-loaded device. Comes down a number of paths, goes through these triangles which redirect the steel ball bearings into the different holes as it comes down. Each one of these holes, and there are 6 of them, I'm just pointing out here, each one goes to a different path. Some go through troughs, some I end up in funnels, and one of them actually goes through a piece of ABS pipe, which I'll show you in a second. There's a piece of picture frame actually that goes down through this tube, ends up and hits the cowbell. This one goes through a piece of ABS pipe, as I mentioned, and goes down through the same funnel and hits a little piece of pipe at the bottom, and then ends up back in the collection device, which is a piece of vacuum hose. This one comes down through a long tube, does a circle through a tube, and goes back in through that funnel. This one comes down through another piece of tube into another funnel, and then goes down into a trough, comes out of the trough and hits the cowbell, and then goes down back into the collection spot. This one comes around the side and does a little loop around and goes down through 2 quite noisy little troughs and ends up back in the funnel. This one goes through the major maze, which has got 8 different levels, and 2 of the ramps on this have magnets on them, which actually will hold the marble, the steel marble at the end. And then the next marble will sometimes knock it off, sometimes it won't. There I'm showing you there's 3 of them stuck there now, and one of them actually hits the 3 and knocks them down. The device is removable, the loading device. You take it back up to the top and put it back into the launching mechanism. And then there's a little pusher that pushes it out onto the spring-loaded launcher. Here it is. It's coming down through a path redirected by those triangles. Here's a bunch of ball bearings coming out and hitting this little pipe at the bottom. And then the collection device again. Here I'm putting the lid back on. The lid is actually there for a purpose. It keeps these steel balls from flying off the table when you hit it a little too hard. Also gives it the look of kind of a pinball machine. My grandsons, who played with it on the weekend, are quite young. They discovered that it was a lot more fun just to throw the ball bearings in the top of the machine and watch them come rolling down. And then because there's a magnet at the bottom, it holds the steel ball bearings without them rolling off the table until the collection device is put back into play. The cowbell. There it is in full force. And there's the collection device. And then coming down the major maze again. There you can see some of the ball bearings have got caught. Now this device is the 3rd in the series. The first one was this much simpler device. It's strictly wood. There's a couple of little plastic things on it. But ultimately I think that this is a more effective machine for play, for the kids to play with, because you can actually see what the marbles are doing. It's much more open, and you can actually visualize you actually see what the marble is doing as it comes down. So the next one will probably be a little simpler than the one I just made, but it's going to have some different stuff on it.